Testing. Are we here? Oh, okay. Here we are. Hello. And we are on two platforms today. Hi, Liam. How are you doing? Where is my. Okay, okay, that's popping up. I need to make sure. Hi, Tinglish. How are you guys doing? We'll get stuff started here in a second. So, I got a bunch of stuff open that I don't need to be open. We're trying the multi-streaming thing again. So there might be some random people on Twitch getting stuff in there. Technically the first day of February for me. Liam, where are you? Liam, are you in Australia? Reading about Mongolian vowel harmony. That's always a good thing to be doing. Cannot. Juno, you woke up early today. How early is it for you? I want to ask. Okay. Okay. Liam is Australian. Just context clues, folks. Trika foi fuel. Foi fuel. Trika foi fuel. Trika foi fuel. Trika foi fuel is that's Hi Phoenix. You're Pacific time. So you are willing to wake up super early. Okay. And we'll see how things are going. My mic is kind of in my face, and I'm not sure what to do about that. Someday, I need to get a low profile arm. Okay. Okay, so let me pull up the SRD. And I'm 90% sure that I'm okay to just share this on screen since it's all under a Creative Commons license. Hello, Nemo. Man, we got a good crew here today. I guess people just have. Let's go to the animals. So we've done an ape. Again, skipping the dinosaurs. I don't even know what an archelon as a dinosaur is. We've done baboon. We just did badger. Okay, we have bat. Now, I personally really like bats. The biggest thing we have to deal with with bats is there are a lot of different species that eat different things. So if we just bat. So this is order Chiroptera. This is a big, big group. And you look at this. So this is a like a major group. There's the megabats, which mostly eat fruit. Um, these, I think most of these are carnivores or insectivores. There are, hmm, but okay, I think maybe just listing this out. Let me make sure when I bring up my notepad that I don't have anything that I'm not showing yet. Also, I want to, yeah, I have some scripts up that I don't need to be putting on screen. I think I need to adjust my chat thingy because like my background is very white. Um, give me a moment. Hopefully the white balance will be taken care of automatically. Okay, I look a little bit better with light. Okay. Hi, Blue Fred. Hey, Joe. Okay. You're new here, huh? Okay, so let's talk about bats. Bat. Is that big enough for people to see? So we have the megabats, and they are frugivores. Microbats. So megabat is like just a technical term for like flying foxes. Microbats are the ones that we'll be more familiar with in like more temperate regions. Well, welcome. We're going to start with making a word for an animal, and then we're going to go. And microvats, so we have insectivores, carnivores. So both of those would be, both of those would fall into our predator class, right? We've got um, blood feeders, vampire bats, right? And we have nectar feeders. There are actually some pollinators, and I have not actually decided where to put pollinators. Um, and I am not 100% sure, like what animals there. So, second largest order of mammals after rodents. 20% of all classified mammal species. So this is very big. Yeah. The Hematophagus, I guess, is the technical term for. Most bats are nocturnal, and many roost in caves or other refuges. So nocturnal. Now, I have my understanding has been that bats may be mostly actually crepuscular, but if they're saying nocturnal here, we can probably go with like a night word. Yeah, Juno. I mentioned that like the entire group of megabats, which it's not entirely certain, as I understand it, that megabats and microbats uh are monophyletic groups, but for our purposes, like megabats, the big ones, the flying foxes and stuff, they all eat fruit, and visually you can tell the difference between a fruit eating bat and other bats because the fruit eating bats have big eyes. They actually have very good eyesight, whereas like the smaller bats generally rely on echolocation. um but let's take a look at this. So tiny beast, unaligned. um I, I don't know. I don't know why 30-foot fly speed. Does a bat only fly as well as you can run? I guess they don't fly too fast. The main thing about bat flight is it's very agile, which has no way. There's no way to represent that in standard D&D stuff. But it's saying blind sight. Now, the fact that they gave it blind sight makes, rather than like dark vision, makes me think that they are aiming at a microbat, a bat that relies on echolocation, uh, because like that's what. Now the question is, how many words do we want to make today? Because okay, I could see, since I happen to have these docs up, I can see. So we have herbivore, predator, decomposer / parasite, right? I could see us having just one root that means bat. Um, and then the megacaryoprins only have one echolocation leading species. So they mostly rely on very good night vision. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that they had any echolocators actually, Juno. That's new to me. But I know that they have big old eyes. There are some fruit eating microbats. That's not too surprising. I think the adaptations of the megabats probably fit better with the fruit eating because being actually able to see the fruit is better. Oh, okay. Um, so let's think about, so our class, three of our classes will fit different kinds of bats. So, right, because there are some herbivores, there are frugivores, there are some predators, all of the insectivores, all of the carnivores would fit in there, right? And then decomposer / parasite definitely vampire bats fit in there, and possibly we would have some of the nectar feeders in there, because like nectar feeders, that's like a symbiotic relationship that often will fall into class 4. Hi, how are you doing? Daddy's talking to his friends. Yes, I see your fingernails are beautiful. They're dry. Yes, of course they're dry by now.
We painted them last night.
Yeah, she did.
And in the morning they're dry.
Okay, you go on upstairs, have breakfast. Visual identification is better for food that isn't like moving. Yeah. I think that the only disadvantage is like being nocturnal and eating fruit, you aren't able to see the color of the fruit, which, if I understand correctly, that was like the pressure that led primates to redevelop a third cone to see colors better, because we had um at one point our ancestors, just like a lot of modern monkeys, um were arboreal frugivores, and it was helpful to see when fruit was ripe, right? um so yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's focus in here. So this is the thing. We have 3 different classes that bats can fall into. My thought here is we can have one route for bat, because bats in general, there's a ton of different species, yes, but they all share a lot of features. They all have that they're the only flying mammals. The whole group is distinguished by being flying mammals. I think even some of the island bats that um spend most of their time on the ground have not fully lost the ability to fly yet. So that's they're very, very distinct as a group. And then we'll have 2 different strategies um, derive uh, differences, derive um, some groups using different classes. So we'd have frugivores are class 2. Because that's where we put all of our herbivores. Carnivores and insectivores are class 3, the predators. And then, yeah, I'm gonna do both vampire bats and pollinators. Yeah, and nectivores. I'll use the technical term. Hematophores, right? Is that it? Will be class 4, which is parasites, decomposers, and also pollinators, because pollinators are a symbiont species, have a symbiotic relationship, right? Um, as part of their feeding strategy. Okay, so, and then drill down further with, oh, hematophage. Okay. I have the thing pulled up, so I could just look at the thing. It's hematophagus. Yeah, hematophage. Further with compounding. So, like, the vampire bats specifically would be like blood bats and stuff like that. So, today, what we're going to do is we're going to get our root for bat and we're going to do like the 3 different classes. Um, there, I have done a. Yeah, I don't know why they use phage instead of vor. I think phage is used in some. There's like a few different Greek roots that they use for that stuff, but yeah. Um, so we're going to do this part today, and then later on I can expand and do like specifically vampire bats are like blood bat or something like that, and the nectivores are like flower bat, something like that. Um, I have before done separate routes for megabat and microbat, but I don't think that's going to be necessary because we have this class division and like 90% of the frugivores are going to also be megabats, right? So we'll just do that. Plus, like, the stat block here is clearly for a microbat. It's clearly intended for a microbat because blind sight. This is an echolocating bat. Whether it's the 1 megabat or the other microbats. It's tiny. I don't know if megabats are big enough to fit in the small size category. They might still be tiny. So, bat. Um, let's go. Let's actually jump in here and let's generate some roots. This is going to be an important word. Paki dis upea dat. Uh, keep pick. Yeah, maybe. I'd have to actually look up all the things. Not super important. These I kind of like. Paki I kind of like. Let's grab those and let's. It might be cool and TT. Z. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take each of these and I'm going to. First of all, I need this. I need Paki. And what I'm going to do is we're going to duplicate all these ones, and we're going to just put the singular ending for each class to see what it looks like. So we want Paki C, Paki T. Pui. Oh, Paki Ik and Paki Pui. And I'm actually thinking I might already have an idea which one I like most. But let's actually apply this. Pachithi, Pachiik, Diti. Okay. Tijik. 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 So this is interesting. I'm going to export this. And I'm actually going to test these in dusk. Because I don't think I'm going to filter all the words for bats. Okay. Jich. Jish. Jishja. Jija. Jih. Jihja. 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 Jihu. 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 Okay, that's interesting. I am going to also get the night ones. GT. GT. Yeah, so you get the Jihja. 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 Jihu. Jihu. And let's take a look at the other ones. How they fare. Prish, pri, pri. Tuish, tuish, tui. Tui. Shishish, shishi, shishi. Gefix. 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 Gefakja. Gefachu. So, and we look at that. Pachisi. Yeah, so that okay, Pachisi, Pachi, Pachi. Tui. Tuai. Tu as... Si. Si. Réfléchis. 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 So, so let's think about. I'm really liking this one. The did becoming jits, and it also, if we borrow some from night, like if we borrow, so let's take a look at. Okay, so there's a species of mouse that exclusively hunts insects and is become immune to venom and pain. What do you mean immune to pain? So let's look at megabats. I kind of want to think about, because I know that a lot of microbats actually come out right at dusk, but I don't know much about megabats. Hmm. Yeah, the great flying fox is like the one people think about, and they are forearm length stretches up to 1.6 kilograms. That's big. But let's say, I think you will see them. They roost in trees, and you can usually see them around. Grasshopper mice. Yeah. So, like, an interesting feature of this is that for class 1, you are going to get an adjective in the night one, but not in dusk. And I think something I'm going to do is I'm going to have dusk just have words for bats. Oh yeah, yeah, Juno. That's a cool idea. The thing is, I am not. We can get to that sometime in the future. We're focused on bats right now. But the thing is, deriving a word for grasshopper mice by putting mouse into the predator class. Aren't there a lot of other mice and rats that are omnivores, though? That's the thing. By the way, hi, Snindor. I need to know more about like the diversity of mice and rats. I know things about bats because I love bats, but I'm not sure about this coda H. Jihja. Jihja. I think I can get used to it. Jihja. Jihja. I think I can deal with it though. I think I'm not going to. And it's the same in night. Jihja. I think this is what we're going to have. Let's get this. Sylvan inflection work. Okay, so noun root to lexergy, and we want to get full paradigms from what is it? Dies. Okay. This is going to be okay. So another thing, night preserves retroflexes. Which is not. Why am I? Why do I have it? What am I doing? Okay. So let's get our three things. So we want an herbivore class, a predator class, and a decomposer class. And we're going to go. We're going to do it all in a line. And then I'm going to. Where is the thing? Where is the thing? What's the wrong thing? Okay, export. Hood. This will just become Jipuhu. Jihja, Jipa, Jihu, Jipihu, Jihu, 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 Jiha, Jihu, Jihavihu, Jihavihu. Okay, Jihavihu. Yeah. Yeah, Juno. So that's the thing, because I generally put omnivores um in predator class if they hunt for food at all, or if they eat live prey at all. You might be able to convince me that I should put some rats in decomposer, but it really depends. Jihu, Jihu, Jihu. A lot of these are going to look very similar. Jihja, Jihja, Jihuja. Okay, Jihja, Jipa. Um, where was the one that had... Oh, we don't actually get an adjective ever. I messed up. I actually put one in autotroph before, and that's where we got the adjective. But that no bats will fit in there. Hmm. Oh, I forgot about something. Oh, I was going to do something cool with bats, and I completely forgot. What do we know about this guy? Do we know anything about activity levels? Because I wanted to think about having this guy's have the root and make the derive the word for bat from this guy. This is a dinosaur that independently developed membranous wings. It's not clear whether it could fly. Yeah. So here's the thing about it. It's yeah. So this is a paper from 2015, which seems to be the original discovery. And I don't know. Yeah. So here is my thought. Yeah, Juno, that's my aim. They've been here forever. Here is my thought. Yeah, okay, so I guess it's okay. So here's my thought. There's no I don't think that we know when Ichi was active. I think, though, something that we can say, um, can I read the full text of this? Okay. This is like a fully so this original paper basically talks all about flight. There's no information about their diet, um, or their behavior, which is reasonable. We only know it from like one fossil. So it's a little bit iffy trying to. Here we have it chasing after a buck. A flying dinosaur at this stage is probably going to be a carnivore, but we can't know. Um, there may be more than one species of this, just rather than just ET. Um, there's only a single partial skeleton, so we don't know a whole lot about this. I think, and I'm taking a risk, but we're just going to take just, I'm going to say, oh, don't copy all of that. Is this going to be distinct? Oh, there is going to be some distinction there. Definitely some distinction there. Why am I doing herbivore? I don't want herbivore. I want predator. There we go. Let's get the predator ones. Yes. 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 Okay, we've got things. We're cooking. We're cooking. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Silly. Jihje, jihje, jipa, jipa. Right. So jihje versus ji ji jihja, jihja. Right. I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to say that Chi is diurnal. Okay. And I'm going to say that it still exists in fairy. So what happens is that day and dawn still have these roots referring to the Chi. Dusk and night have instead developed all of these words for bats. And then dawn is going to borrow the words for bats from night. While dusk is going to borrow this word for Ti from day. And this is gonna take up a whole lot of time. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this is our plan. Let's get to like moving through that plan. So first, I think we'll just get this. Yeah, because we have said that dinosaurs still exist in fairy because time is weird, right? Um, they might be in like some small pockets around different places, right? I would say actually dawn and night are more likely to harbor dinosaurs, but we'll sort of say that maybe day has some tea around. Let's go ahead and grab um let's go ahead and get obsidian up. Elder Sylvan, new note. And we're going to go all the way back and get our original. What? WLI? Okay. I'm done with that. So we want this Dees, right? That's what I was thinking. In fact, I could just loan from dawn into dusk. I think I might actually do that. It's not going to be that different from the day ones. Dawn has to do with beginnings. I think I said dawn as a language is more conservative than dusk too, right? So dies, dies, and then we have, and this is what it. Let me make sure that I know the correct term for this. Yeah, yi qi. Ichi. Now, Middle Sylvan. We're going to have I guess Middle Fey is going to have some confusion in these. Probably, if we have them in a like a similar role, this kind of works. Yeah. Now, another Middle Sylvan. Oh, I forgot to add the etymology. That's what I was missing. Dies. So, dies. Now, do I have? I have two untitles. I have too many untitles. What's going on here? Now, I'm going to. Yeah. 2. I realize I'm probably going to want to watch news about CE to see if the science changes. But for now, so let's go to Dawn. Um, let's go to this is our Dawn. Yeah, that's what makes me a little bit. I do get anxiety whenever I'm dealing with speculative science. But I mean, it's a fantasy world, so and okay, let's reduce that. No, I have not. What is this? What is this? Mallory's Guide to Languages. Setting independent. Oh, it's terrible. It's not. It's not good conlangs. I was suspicious. 19 pages is not a lot to detail much about languages. Yeah. I don't know if it's worth even like buying and looking. How much is it? What is the price? Oh, it's a zero. It's a free item. I don't need to show you guys my email address. Well, I'll use a Conlang email address anyway. I got it. No, I just downloaded it. It's free. There's no reason for me not to download it. I'll take a look at that. Maybe there's some world building I can be inspired by, but That's not. It's probably not worth that much. I'm glad it's free because I'm not going to pay for that. Okay, so jihje is ichi. Okay, yeah, I'll just take a look at it, and then. By the way, I just finished reading Jesse's book, and I am going to do a video review of that sometime soon. Um, I want to. I'll see. I'll write up some notes about it and see like whether it makes sense to do a standalone or compare it to the other conlanging book that I got. Um, I do want to like crack that one open and take a look at like spot check some things and stuff before, so I see if I want to read the whole thing and give my thoughts on that in the same video or do different videos. What? Yeah. You would have been mad if you paid for it. 19 pages worth of anything related to like conlang stuff does not seem worth it to me. Of Jesse's book? Well, that's cool. I think I think you will enjoy it. Um I think you will enjoy it. It's a good book. My only issues with it are like nitpicky things, right? Overall, it is a very good introduction to conlanging. It has a lot of information. It had a lot of information that I was not focused on. And Jesse's process is different from mine, at least the way that she presents it in the book. She does things much more iteratively than I do, and that is very interesting to me. I might be able to take some lessons myself from that. But I'll save detailed thoughts for the video. Um, I'm really wondering why your name just turned red. Okay. So we have our word for ET. Um, and that's the only one I'm going to go directly uh, uh, into dawn for. So let's move into dusk and add all of our bat words for dusk. Let's go to dusk. Um, we'll just do all of these at once. What do you evil? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the why how the colors are decided on. Uh, jihud, jihud. Dishik. And then, okay. So this is a Givorous bat. This is a and this is okay. And then turn off the stages. Let's get our paradigms in. Did we do paradigms for the other? Yeah, I got the paradigms for that. Okay. So I want to take a look. Yeah, let's so we need to get the paradigm for this, and then I want to compare that. So I want to go, let's go to okay, I want to go here. So how different are all of the forms? Okay, yes. Yeah, we're safe because this initial sound is different between the two. And then is that if we borrowed from day, would that would not be the case. So what I want to do is actually borrow this is not code, this is just my diction. Well, I mean I have this has some code, but this I did already. This is Lexergy. This is applying sound changes to my language. Uh um so GCJ. So I think what I can do, it looks like we are spending the entire time on words for bats and ET. But I think I can get this and I think I can just copy this entire entry directly into Dusk because there shouldn't be any adaptations to be had here. Yeah, there's nothing here that Dusk speakers cannot pronounce except no, yeah, nothing. So we can just have this. They borrowed the entire paradigm, everything, and then I just need to change the etymology from Dawn. Yeah, I decided I decided that they borrowed it from dawn instead of day, because the day form is not as distinct from the, I suppose, like, yeah. So some of the dawn forms would be identical, and it would, I think, they would have, some of the day forms would be identical to the dusk forms. So I think they would actually borrow the dawn form. So 季节 is 一起, and 季家 is a carnivorous or insectivorous bat. And this also means, so we need to I think, however, I think that dawn is going to be more likely to get these from night, and night, except that night, um what I want to do is, yeah, so my problem is I don't think that you can ever have, so we have retroflexes here. Da. However, G, so the night forms of this are gonna be an issue, because what happens to the retroflexes? Retroflex palatal merge. Yeah, so any, what happens if you take one of these and run it through dawn sound changes? That might give us a clue as to what would happen here. Yeah, it just becomes Z. No, wait, this is day. I'm being silly. Dawn. We need dawn here. 机会. Yeah. So, and just to hammer it home. 机下 versus 机械. 机下. Oh, does dusk have a different? Why is, oh, that's not going to happen though. 机下. And the thing is, taking the whole paradigm. You can compare that. Yeah, some of this stuff is not actually going to happen. Let me actually, I want to see, if we take this, what did I copy? Jia, and then get all of that, and then we go to here. Why am I? I have too many things open and not enough screen real estate. Oh, I want to be in Dawn, and I want to be here. So we start adapting this. So this is going to turn into the G. So this form is different. This form will be different. This form G, he, and then this would get deleted still, and we get hui. Except it would just be come on. Oh, the right keyboard. Hui. Now some other go. Yeah, so I do have precedent for keeping the tone for night even in those. So what we can do this. Okay, so I need to actually create the words in night then. This is distinct enough in all of the forms. So I think we can deal with them getting it from night rather than oh. So let's get all of these. The kind of question is, and we don't even have the z sound, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and borrow from night. Go ahead and make the night ones. So we're going to get And then we're going to make things easier on ourselves. Well, okay. Okay, there we go. That took way longer than it should have. Okay, so Pink Princess, I am working on my Fey languages. Working on words for bats. And okay, now that's good. Now all we have to do now is go to Dawn, and we're going to go new note, copy these things, and then manually adjust this to be G. Hey, what? It's percentage. Okay. G 会はい机会 Oh, I don't need that. And go here. And we need a pronunciation here. So what I'm going to do is take this part, and then we need to change this into the correct IPA. That's not right. There it is. And then I'm going to take the paradigm. Yeah. 机会 Oh, did I start with? Okay, that's fine. 几哈机机会机会一 think 机会是机会机会是机会是 I think that's fine. And then 机 have 一 Okay. And okay, I guess we'll just go ahead and okay.
Daddy!
Yeah?
Mommy said we could have donuts.
Wow. You're gonna have donuts? That sounds wonderful.
we need to go shopping for donuts.
Yeah, Daddy will get some.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we got Jihu. Yeah, Jihu, Jihuja, and then we need the herbivore ones, which is G, and then it's Hu, Jihu, Jihu. And okay, now this. Well, this is an easy one. Now I'm going to. Wait, why is this in dusk? Oh gosh, this should be in dawn. Dusk already has that word. Yeah, that's Jihu is Jihu, Jihui, and Jihja are all still in dusk. Okay. Now let's expand dawn. What situations? I'm gonna search within dawn. Okay. What is the? Oh, let me look up my keyboard. There's some weird S under dot S. Oh, that's it. Okay, it's that. Okay. So you can get bougie, 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 jihu, chico, chico jihu, chico jihu. Okay, so it is possible to get that. So we can actually just ji. So it's really weird that my sound changes worked out for that to happen. Okay, I was just testing. B B is nice. I have a couple of roots that end up being B. That we got the stage and this. So summoner beckon. B ends up also this the inanimate means like a stage of something. Stage step. It's like a stage in a process. But with the celestial class, it becomes a phase of the moon. And that is the source of a bunch of things because they associate their courts with the phases of the moon, right? Okay. Hello. Am I too close to the mic? It's coming up with some noise or something. Let me redo the thing. Testing. Sound better? Okay. I was just getting some little weird stuff. Okay. We are coming up on time, and we spent the entire time on bat words. So I basically have no time at all to continue doing this thing. Let's yeah, it's bat stream. I like bats, so I wanted to be like take it seriously. Okay, next time I think I really want to the next thing I want to do is actually map out um all of my mutations. But that's going to take a lot of testing and it's going to take a lot of time to make sure that I get it right. Because I basically need to test every possible initial cluster in um, starting back from Elder Sylvan, right? And run it through all the sound changes and make sure that I know what every possible like initial mutation pattern looks like in both different languages. So I think actually next week we may not do an animal and we'd just do that. Or maybe we'll save the animal to the end if we have time. Uh, what is that glyph, Liam? Liam, what did you even type? Um, Either that or we could. Yeah, I don't want to get into like bears because there's a lot of bears. We could have a general word for bear that would get modified later. But maybe we'll save our animal of the week for the end next time, and I'll allocate like 30 minutes to it. Um, oh, it's the Egyptian hieroglyph for bat. kind of looks like a bat. Is it pictographic or is there something how do you type that? Well, anyway. You know what? I can do the initial thing. Okay, so we can we've got like 10 minutes left. We can do I can sort of show you what we would be doing. So we can sort of set ourselves up. Let's actually just get on a notepad and we're going to like list out all of the initial from look at Elder Sylvan. So we have all of these potential consonants, right? Do we ever have an initial glottal stop? And we need to and we have consonant. Okay. So we have all of these. All right. That's all our basics. And then we have to deal with our S clusters, which actually, let me look at the lexifer for that so that I know exactly. So we have S can occur before any obstruent, which is all of these. Right. There were, so Elder Sylvan did not have fricatives. Fricatives came later. Um, is this, oh gosh, I've got problems. Okay. And we want, so. And then we got every single one of those can be followed by a glide. Every, let me see. Let me check here. We have all of the approximates can follow an obstruent. Okay, they can only follow obstruents. Interesting. So if we do it with that, So we need to have the it's not super, I don't think it's necessary to do more than that. I guess we probably want to just test with the W. So let's start with this. Yeah. Hey, what? Okay. Okay. We don't want to keep going with that. But this is still yes. And we just want to have like a vowel of some kind there. And I guess here's what we need to do. All right. And that's all we have time for. Okay, we've set that up. And then what we're going to do next time is we're going to do each row of those and figure out all of the mutations that occur in each of these. Now, there's only one mutation series in Dusk. Dusk only has um, the Lenition mutation. Dawn has both Lenition and nasal mutation. So that's going to be notable. Okay, so thank you all for watching. It's been fun. Had been fun making words for bats. Um, Next time we're just going to go hunker down and we're going to do our mutations, and that will allow me to do some cleanup work in my dictionary and add the mutations to every word. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Juno. It was very fun. Maybe um, you know we've got a lot of work to do on this, but it was good to just have that impromptu just episode about bat words. Okay. Everybody have a great day and happy conlaying.